So meat prices are going up right now, which means that to take advantage of sales and buying in bulk and then preserving that food, whether you're freezing it or canning it, I prefer canning. In case you never know, power goes out, freezer breaks down, too many variables that I don't trust. So that's why I love to can. As you saw, I took advantage of sales with the pork roast and was able to get about 10 pounds of meat by taking advantage of a sale. Here, I bought in bulk again. I got about 9 pounds of ground beef. And to can it, you do want to have it cooked. And then I add beef broth to the jars. When you're canning ground beef, the leanest ground beef that you can find, you want to can. And buying really lean ground beef in bulk, especially with the prices we have right now, is difficult. So I did get 80/20, and I had to drain the pan twice while cooking it. And then you also want to rinse it off well. This is important when canning ground beef, to get rid of as much of the fat as possible. Chicken time. Oh, time to talk chicken. This is actually my first time canning bone-in chicken. I have done chicken chunks. I have done shredded chicken, some meals with chicken, but this was the first time that I did bone-in. Of course, my local grocery store had value packs of bone-in thighs and packages of the value pack of bone-in legs on special. So I was able to grab just one of each to fill up some jars. Went into one of my favorite canning books and found, awesome, we can can bone-in thighs and legs. It recommended removing the skin. It didn't explain why. Removing skin from legs was not fun. As you can see, you can see the muscles enough to know what I was going through here. It also said in the book that you can fit 5 to 6 legs in a quart jar. In the past, one of my struggles has been with overfilling jars, and so I did put 4 in there. They looked good, and then I was like, all right, let's see what happens when I put 5 in there. And I didn't really jam it in there that hard, I didn't think, but then when I decided that it was too full, I tried to take it out and I couldn't. And I probably could have kept it with 5 legs, but mathematically it would have messed up my jars. What I ended up doing was 4 legs for a quart jar, 4 thighs for a quart jar, and then I have a jar that has 2 legs and 2 thighs. So it worked out mathematically to do it that way based on the package, what was in the packages that I got. And I was happy with how much liquid there was in the jars when it was done, because you want to, because I added cold water to cold chicken, room temperature water, room temperature chicken, because we're cold packing here. But I knew that because the chicken was raw, it was going to create its own juices. And that's where I have had challenges in the past, where I have put too much liquid in, and then the meat made more liquid, and it overfilled my jars, and I had seal issues and other stuff. So this time since that time, I have been trying to be better at not overfilling my jars. And so I did not follow the recommendations. I did not put 5 or 6 thighs or legs in each quart jar. I only put 4 of each in each quart jar, and then put put water in. As you see, I used distilled water. I would not recommend using water from the tap. I would recommend using either filtered or distilled. I don't think it has that big of an impact that I know of, but this is what we drink, so that's what I used. Now, for using this for meal purposes and food purposes, having completely cooked chicken on the bone, leg and thigh, I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do with this. I know that I like dark meats, and I have jars with shredded meat in them that has some dark meat, chicken and turkey. So I'm really not sure how I'm going to use these. We'll just have to wait and see once I open it up, but I wasn't worried about that. You know, there's a lot of things that I don't make because we don't eat them. It doesn't make sense to make it, but we eat chicken, and, you know, if you can, you know, even if it just comes right off the bone in the jar, you still have meat. Cooked on the bone, maybe maybe it'll taste different. We shall see. I'm excited. I thought this was something different. It can be intimidating with bones, but it ended up being just like any other pressure canning meat process.